Coming home, coming home, nevermore, oh, to roam, open wide my arms. Dear God, I'm coming home. About 3 years ago, there was a westbound train that pulled out from Baltimore, Maryland. And it was headed towards a small mining town in West Virginia. And on this train, oh, there was a young man who was trying to find a seat. Finally, he sat down beside of an old gray-haired minister who was reading the Bible. The old minister could see that the young man was troubled. And he said, son, it helps to talk. Because you know, son, I've been down that road before. And then he began his story. He said, sir, about 3 years ago, I was living with my mom and dad. Oh, they were good Christian people. And they would take me to church and do the best that they knew how. But you know, I got to drinking and I got on drugs. I got to running around with the wrong crowd. Why, sometimes I wouldn't even come home. You know how mom and dad, they wait for you? So one morning I came home about 2 o'clock. Me and my dad, we got a terrible argument. One thing led to another. I hit my dad, and he fell to the floor. Getting up, he brushed himself off, and he said, son, if this is the very best you can treat your mom and me, we'd rather that you leave home. So that morning I put my clothes in a little black bag. And I heard that train whistle from afar off. I knew I had to get on that train. The train was headed toward Baltimore that morning. When I got there, I got me a little room and I got me a little job. You know, I met this little girl that morning. One night I went to church with her. You know, God saved my soul. It's been 3 long years now since I seen my mom and dad.
Amen.
I don't even know if they're still alive. But about 2 weeks ago, I wrote and addressed a letter to the place where they used to live. I said, Mom, I'd love to come home for a visit. You remember that big apple tree set out in the front yard? When I go by with the train? Would you put a white rag on one of the limbs so I can see it as I go by?
Amen.
But Mom, if there's not a white rag tied on that apple tree, I won't stop the train to get on. Because I just know that I won't be welcome home. So we was about a mile up the tracks, about to go around the curve that I dreaded so much. I told the old minister, I said, sir, would you be my eyes for just a minute? So as we went around that big curve, the old minister jerked me by the shoulder and he said, son, oh, I just want you to see what I see out here.
Amen.
Well, there's not just one ragtime on that apple tree. Oh, there's a white ragtime on every limb. And there's an old mom and dad standing out in the driveway. They're waving a bed sheet just as hard as they can wave with the words wrote on it.
Thank you, Lord.
Welcome home. Come on home, son. Coming home. Coming home. Never more to home. Open wide my arms are glad. Dear Lord, I've come.